Hey, it's Jeff. Welcome back. Let's get started. Okay, we almost have this opera mate, I think it's called, where rook d8 would be checkmate. And you have a bishop on f6. And so, move like queen c3. If rook takes, we can set up that checkmate. And maybe after queen c3, if the rook moves to b8 or a8, maybe there's a different check later. Like, queen c3 or queen c6 or bishop c6. Probably bishop c6 because it would force the queen has to defend. So if we did queen c3, rook a8, queen c6, their only move is, well, they could take the pawn. They could take the queen with the b pawn. So b takes c6, then bishop takes c6, and then queen d7. And in this situation, you would rather have a queen than a bishop because after the bishop takes, well, that looks like checkmate 2 though, right? Yeah, probably, no. Bishop takes, because you're taking the queen, so then the king can go to f7. So I think you would want to make it so that in that situation, you have a queen that can take on d7 to deliver mate. Since that would also guard f7. So let me just take a quick look, because I just looked at one move and thought it would be pretty good. Is there anything else that makes sense? Do they have any checks against us if we go queen c3? Doesn't look like it. So it looks pretty forced. They can even, after queen c3, they can even try rook takes g2, trying to disrupt a lot of that planning, but queen c8 would still be checkmate. So we're going to go ahead and play queen c3. Alright, they took something. What did they take? They took a bishop. And with that, we could take the rook on c8 for free. They can go to f7. I wonder if rook d8 to try to win the queen makes sense, but I think they go to f7. So I'll take the rook here. Alright, and that was the puzzle. So let me go to analysis board. And so I'll show the line that I was talking about. So if you move the rook away, actually both win. Queen c6 and bishop c6 wins. Let's look at bishop c6. And if they take, you take, yeah. And then the king can't move. Queen has to go here, and then it's checkmate. So that's what I was trying to set up. And they just ended up, as a result of that, trading this for this. And then I was guessing they would just go king f7. And then it looks like queen takes b7. We can get a rook to the 7th rank. And we just have like a really comfortable win here. Let's see what the wrong moves were. Queen a5 will move 1. So queen a5. I see the idea maybe because you can go here, rook takes, queen takes is checkmate. But they can take here, and now you don't have that attack anymore. They can escape. Can even give this check. They could defend. And try to go here. This is already pretty well defended. So they could just go here. You don't have a dark square bishop that you can try to add more pressure here, but even if you could, they could just bring a rook over to here to defend. And black's going to get some counterplay, like they're threatening check here and checkmate already. Well, I guess after they check, you can move and you won't be in checkmate just yet, but it's not going to be good for white here. And bishop takes b7 was also played just about the same amount on move 1. So here, I don't know if, I'm not sure what the idea was here. I'm not seeing a good follow-up. Maybe the idea was to then go here, and I don't know. One of the things about going queen a5 immediately is that I thought maybe this would kind of discourage things, but apparently you could just go here and then checkmate. So I thought that bishop takes here would be to discourage b6, but it turns out b6 would lose for white and not out of line anyway. So I don't understand. Maybe it was just attacking this, hoping it would move off here so you can deliver checkmate. But the queen can take, and then it doesn't look like you can do much. And rook d8 check immediately. The rook d8, they take, you take, king takes. And now we're down material with no good attack really. You can give this check, and now b6 is a good move. This is defended by the queen. And so you're not gonna, and then now this king is looking pretty exposed. Like it's not the safest piece on the board. But a lot of entry points to black's king immediately is gone. And yeah, it's just gonna be pretty difficult to do anything. So that was that, and let's try another one. Okay, their queen is hanging, but are we hanging mate as a result? It doesn't look like it for some reason. Like queen takes f5, rook takes e1. We can go king f2. Do they have a knight for it? Do they get the queen back? I'm not sure. Another move is just taking the knight immediately. And then if rook takes, queen takes, it looks like we're still winning. Maybe that's an alt. Okay, what's actually the material count right now? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like it's dead even. Their bishop on f8 is out of the game for sure right now. Oh, so if we take the queen. No, rook takes e1, king f2. If they take the free bishop, we take the free rook. Are we getting forked in? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to take the queen, but I'm curious to see what's going on if we take the knight. This is bizarre. If you were to look at the question, what is the drawback of the opponent's move? You could clearly see that the knight coming from e4 means that this is now hanging. But it also means this knight is hanging. So I don't even see what the idea is if we take the knight, because I'm pretty sure if black played this, they knew the queen could take, so what is black trying to do here? I don't know, but I'm gonna take the queen. Oh, it's wrong. Okay, let's see why it's wrong. Okay, rook takes. Oh, rook f1. Rook f1 gets it back. So yeah, so both moves look like they were winning, and I just saw that I wasn't getting checkmated, so I went for it. But yeah, I was supposed to, where's my mistake list? I was supposed to keep finding like the forcing moves for an opponent after that, so I didn't imagine that the rook could go to f1, defended by the knight, and then winning the queen back. I was looking for a knight fork to win the queen back, and I didn't see that. So yes, that's an idea I had to be careful of in the future. But knowing that, and knowing that there could be alts, I should have just went for this, since material was even and this is a clear piece up. So this definitely looks like super safe. I don't see anything that they would do after. Like I said, this bishop is still out of play. So the only thing that could go wrong is you take and then they take. And then I even looked at this to see, okay, we're still winning the rook later. But they had rook f1 and winning that back. So there will definitely be some common mistakes based on that. So let's see what they were. Queen takes f5 and move on. Yeah, we just looked at that. That was played 5,000 times. Rook takes e8 was played 1,000 times. Let's see about that. Rook takes e8 unfortunately falls for queen f1 checkmate. So that hung mate in one. So it's clear that, okay, forcing move for the opponent. Like do a blunder check before you make your move, and you'll be okay. Let's see, other than that, hardly any there's a lot of other mistakes in the position. There's 19 mistakes total. But the next common mistake is rook d1, and that was only played 13 times. So most people after that didn't really do anything else. They mainly just took the queen or took the rook. But rook d1, queen c2 apparently, bishop takes. It's just, you're not really getting much done here. It looks like this knight's almost trapped, but knight c4. Now he's attacking this. And this is a better position for white, but it's not winning tactically or anything. So it'll take a lot more work to convert this into a win, if it even is possible to win from here. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.